everybody, Salty the Beast here. Well, the Golden Globes just wrapped up, and I just finished watching them, and I've been Facebook messaging all night about them, and probably driving a lot of people crazy at this hour. Just remember, guys, I give you fair warning at noon, 8 hours before the show started. Anyways, I thought I would just go over some of my brief thoughts on the whole show. Basically, I thought that the show was pretty good. You know, there was a lot of Golden Globe comedy and whatnot, but I actually thought that Tina Fey and Amy Poehler did a good job hosting. I was actually pretty pleased with some of the award winners. I'm just going to go ahead and list off all of the winners and give my brief thoughts on them, and I'm going to talk about them in order of least important to most important, as I call it. I'm just going to scroll up the list here. Best Original Score went to Michael Dana for Life of Pi. I thought that was well-deserved. Like, out of all of the rest of them, I'm pretty sure Life of Pi is the only one I remember even the slightest snippets from. Best Original Song was a pretty predictable win with Skyfall by Adele. Not to say that it's a bad song. I actually really like the song. And the rest of the nominees weren't very memorable in my opinion, so good on Adele. Best Animated Feature went to Brave. Personally, I think that this award is basically just boiled down to the Pixar Award at this point because they just win year after year after year. I don't know if they won for Cars 2. I might have to look into that. But yes, they won again, and if you ask me, it probably should have gone to Wreck-It Ralph instead because that movie's awesome. Best Foreign Language Film went to Amour, and I knew this would happen right from the start because Amour is actually nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards this year, and it's the foreign film I've been hearing the most buzz about, so it was pretty easy to determine that it would win. Best Screenplay went to Quentin Tarantino for Django Unchained, and I'm really happy about this because, in my opinion, it was probably the best screenplay of the year. You know, Tarantino, he has a way with words, dude. Best Supporting Actor was a really difficult category for me to nail down my personal favorite choice for because there were a lot of really good supporting actors this year. Alan Arkin in Argo, Leonardo DiCaprio, who literally broke his hand on a glass in the middle of a scene and continued going. If that is not actor dedication, I don't know what is. Philip Seymour Hoffman in The Master, just excellent, as Philip Seymour Hoffman ever was. But ultimately, the award went to Christoph Waltz in Django Unchained, and I don't think he could have deserved the award anymore because Christoph Waltz is a madman. Also rocking some excellent glasses at the award show. Sort of like these. Best Supporting Actress went to Anne Hathaway, and I'm pretty sure everybody saw this coming once they heard the nominations because, you know, she is like the one shining moment that everyone can agree on in Les Miserables. You know, she did just a brilliant job during the I Dreamed a Dream song number. Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy went to Jennifer Lawrence in Silver Linings Playbook, and I think I'm going to start calling her J-Law now just because of the way that Will Ferrell and whoever else was presenting the award. I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. I'm going to call her J-Law from now. Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy went to Hugh Jackman for Les Miserables, and I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agreed. Like, I don't think that he did a bad performance per se, but when you're stacked up against Bradley Cooper for Silver Linings Playbook, who was just excellent, is probably the best performance that he's given so far. And Jack Black for Bernie, one of the most underrated performances of the entire year. You really gotta step up your game, man. Best Actor in a Drama went to Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln, and this win has pretty much been set in stone from day one because, you know, he is Lincoln in this movie. He just plays him so perfectly. He plays him exactly as I imagined picturing Lincoln, basically. And even though there were several other brilliant performances in this category, like Joaquin Phoenix in The Master, he was so great, and Denzel Washington in Flight, just like so depressing to watch him, I still say that Daniel Day-Lewis's win was well-deserved. Best Actress went to Jessica Chastain in Zero Dark 30, and I have no comment because I have not seen the other actresses in this category. Jessica Chastain did really great though. Best Director went to Ben Affleck for Argo, and Academy, do you even realize your mistake by not nominating him for Best Director? You should be ashamed of yourself. One thing that I observed when Ben Affleck, or as I call him, Ben Affleck, something that when he went to give his acceptance speech was that he was just like, you know, he was just talking so fast, and it just seemed like he was really nervous to be pit up against them. But he totally deserves the award because Argo is one of the best movies of the year, and he directed the hell out of it. And, you know, in my opinion, it could probably not be any better if he actually ended up winning Best Picture for Argo at the Academy Awards, but who knows? They can do anything. Best musical or comedy went to Les Miserables, and you know, I can understand why the award shows just like eat this stuff up, but if you were to ask me, I would definitely say Moonrise Kingdom should have definitely deserved it. It's one of Wes Anderson's best movies, and it's definitely pretty good. And finally, the best drama, it went to Argo! Woo! I was really excited to hear that Argo won because I was like so looking forward to it being like the top dog at all of the award shows. And for a while it seemed like it was a two-way tie, or rather a two-way race between Lincoln and Zero Dark 30. And while both are still pretty excellent movies, in fact Zero Dark 30 probably would have made my top 10 if I had seen it in December, Argo is just a brilliant achievement in filmmaking, and I am really happy that Ben Affleck is finally starting to find his niche in directing. Anyway, that's about all I had to say on the award show. You know, I basically said it all on Facebook, so if you really need to see that, just go through all my statuses. See, you know, friend me on Facebook if you haven't already. And I'll be back in about a month, probably a month and a half rather, to talk about the Academy Awards and probably destroy your news feed in the process.